The World Championship Dainty Contest. It's the biggest event every year in the Schnitzelburg neighborhood.
Use the large stick to pop the little stick up in the air and then try to hit it across on George Hauck Way.
Consider Dainty a sort of legacy for George Hauck, along with the street and shop that bear the name of a man whose impact was anything but small.
If you had a bill that you couldn't pay, if you needed to feed your family, people usually came right here on the corner of Goss and Horitz Avenue, and they saw George.
And in his final years, those people George supported throughout his life showed up to support him, celebrating his 100th and final birthday during the pandemic in 2020. The same year, interested investors took over Hauck's store.
When I first moved to the neighborhood, I lived right down the street, and so I would come here for just beer, cigarettes, stuff like that.
Jeff Walshon, one of the 3 part owners, moved to the Schnitzelburg neighborhood 7 years ago from Chicago. In that time, he got to meet George and learn what Hauck's really is.
I mean, even as a handy store, it was a gathering place for the community.
Now, as he works to turn the space into a bar and restaurant, the new owners plan to keep that legacy alive.
But we wanted people who have spent a lot of time here in the past to come in and still have that kind of same feeling and vibe.
Neighbors and even family of George Hauck have brought in mementos of the former store and the man who made it what it is. The grand opening is still weeks away, but Dainty Fest is this weekend.
We just couldn't sit out the Dainty.
So they'll open for a limited time with a limited menu this weekend in Louisville. Tom Lally, WHAS 11, on your side.
And if you want to plan your trip to Dainty Fest this weekend, we've got you all covered. Things start off with a fundraiser with drinks and raffles at the Merriweather on Saturday. That's from 6 to 11. On Sunday, Hauck's Corner hosts their Open Hauck's with a dunk tank and bologna sandwich eating contest. That is from noon until midnight. And then the big event on Monday at 5 o'clock, the 52nd Annual World Championship Dainty Contest